life imprisonment as known has actually been executed since the 1987 execution when Hezekiah Ochuka was hanged. Following the sentencing of Jowie Irungu alias Jowie to death, a sentence handed to him by Judge Grace Nzioka, questions continue to linger regarding the death penalty debate and whether Irungu will literally face the penalty or not. In September of 2017, a landmark ruling by the Supreme Court declared the mandatory death penalty unconstitutional, reopening the debate as to what purpose the death penalty serves in the criminal justice system and whether its continued existence in statutes adds value. The ruling follows the decision by two convicts, namely Francis Kariuko and Wilson Mwangi, arguing that the death penalty was an infringement on their right to life in accordance to the Kenyan Constitution. The ruling was followed by the formation of a task force mandated to look into the death penalty and its implications in regards to the provision of right to life, a task force that was appointed by former Attorney General Githu Muigai and led by Mariana Njau. Despite the ruling by the Supreme Court noting that the death sentence was unconstitutional, convicts continue to face death sentences in various courts across the country. In the case of Jowie Irungu, Judge Nzioka pointed at Section 204 of the Penal Code, which dictates that a person shall suffer death as provided for the offense of murder. According to the Supreme Court ruling, Jowie will not literally face a death penalty, but will serve a time in prison until his demise, if at all he fails in his appeal against the ruling. In 2016, former President Uhuru Kenyatta commuted the death sentences of over 2,000 convicts on a death row to life imprisonment. Earlier on, President Mwai Kibaki had implemented a similar action in 2009. All of the 4,000 death row inmates who are awaiting execution had their sentences vacated and commuted to life imprisonment. In 2007 and 2015, the Kenyan Parliament voted against the abolition of the death penalty when bills were initiated by individual lawmakers. Kenya is among a handful of African countries which are considered de facto abolition states, meaning that they have not carried out an execution in 10 years. After the court ruling that found Jowie guilty, his lawyers communicated their intention to file an appeal against the ruling. However, the question remains, will Irungu's lawyers stay true to their word and file an appeal? And what will the Court of Appeal have to say? Ian Keitani, Look Up TV.